Elite Facts presents
Facts about celebs you probably don't know.
1.
Woody Harrelson is one of Hollywood's most well-known faces, having starred in dozens of movies. But for one of his earlier roles in Natural Born Killers, he could have used his own life as an inspiration. Harrelson's father was a contract killer, aka a hitman.
2.
John Adams, the second president of the United States of America and one of the founding fathers of the proud nation, had a dog he loved very much while in the White House. In fact, he loved it so much, he named it Satan.
3.
He was one of the first men to travel to the moon and even got to step foot on it to walk around for about half an hour. But 40 years after it, he wasn't going to let an opportunity slip away. He made a rap song called The Rocket Experience, all produced by Snoop Dogg.
4.
Internet icon and crazy-faced actor Nicolas Cage had a strange pet. One he said made him a better actor by observing its movements. He had a pet octopus.
5.
The leader of Cuba, Fidel Castro, has appeared in 2 Hollywood movies. They were Holiday in Mexico and Easy to Wed, both from the 40s, and he was a background extra in both.
6.
In the Star Wars movies, Natalie Portman plays Queen Padme, and with it comes the possibility of being harmed. So she enlists the help of a stunt double to travel places, played by Keira Knightley. The issue was, the two looked so alike on set, their own mothers struggled to tell them apart.
7.
Theodore Roosevelt, more commonly known as Teddy, read an average of 1 book per day, even on days when he was busy with being president and running an entire country. Keep that in mind next time you're binge-watching TV in your Jimmy Jams.
8.
Dr. Seuss wrote Green Eggs and Ham to win a bet against his publisher, who claimed that he couldn't write a book using only 50 different words. The book became one of the all-time best-sellers for kids cook. There is only one word with more than 1 syllable used, that is, anywhere.
9.
James Earl Jones, whose voice is so iconic as Darth Vader and Mufasa, actually had a severe stutter as a child. The infliction caused him to be almost completely silent for 8 whole years.
10.
Bob Marley's dad was white. He was a white English-Jamaican Marine. Bob Marley was seriously embarrassed by his biracial background and resented his father so much that it influenced his entire musical career.
11.
Michael Jordan makes more money from Nike than all of the factory workers in Malaysia combined.
12.
Steve Buscemi is a former firefighter. On a September 11th attacks, he turned up and worked 12-hour shifts with other fighters trying to find survivors. He declined all publicity surrounding it.
13.
Mel Blanc is the voice of many a beloved character, including Bugs Bunny. In 1961, he was involved in a serious accident and was in a coma for weeks. Doctors tried to wake him up, to no avail. It wasn't until one addressed him as Bugs that he replied, "What's up, Doc?" And the conversation continued until he came out of the coma.
14.
While at school, Bill Gates was tasked with writing the code that scheduled all pupils' class timetables. He actually hacked the code and put himself in with mostly female pupils and friends.
15.
Bill Murray was arrested in 1970 for trying to smuggle 10 pounds of marijuana through Chicago Airport.
16.
You may not immediately know who Vangelis is, but you'll have definitely heard his movie hits such as Blade Runner soundtrack and his Oscar-winning Chariots of Fire. The rub here is that he can't read a single note of music.
17.
Steve Jobs became a vegan because he believed the diet would eliminate the need for him to shower.
18.
An associate of Hitler once had the cojones to remark to the Führer that his mustache was unfashionable and looked silly. Hitler simply replied, "It may be unfashionable now, but it will be because I wear it."
19.
David Bowie's left eye looks a different color because it is permanently dilated. It happened when he was 15, got into a fight over a girl, and was punched in the head.
20.
Harrison Ford was fitting a door on set for Francis Ford Coppola when a studio executive, testing actresses for a new film, asked him to help out by reading the lines written for the male lead. That film was Star Wars.
21.
Martin Luther King Jr. was a huge Star Trek fan. At a fundraiser at UCLA, he convinced Nichelle Nichols to stay on the show when was thinking about leaving to go on Broadway because she was his favorite character.
22,
Dr. Ruth may seem like a lovely old granny, but don't rub her the wrong way. She's a trained sniper. Despite her age, she can still load a Sten automatic rifle in under 60 seconds. Blindfolded.
23,
Funny man Rob Riggle served in the Marines for 22 years, rising up the ranks to lieutenant colonel. He has been deployed in Kosovo, Liberia, and Afghanistan during his stint.
24,
Johnny Cash wrote a sci-fi story about a 21st century America that had been conquered by Russia called The Holographic Disaster. This was in 1953, long before the Cold War days.
25,
Mark Wahlberg served just 45 days for an unprovoked, racially motivated attack in 1988 that left 2 victims blind. His initial charge was attempted murder.
26,
Simon Cowell briefly worked as a runner for The Shining. He polished Jack Nicholson's axe.
27,
Elvis Presley was a natural blonde. His black hair was dyed way back from his high school days, and it matched his bad boy persona more so. They kept it that way when he got famous.
28,
Thora Birch had a way into the film industry. Both her parents were former adult industry professionals before she became a child star in Hollywood.
Thanks for watching another amazing video, folks. Subscribe for more from Elite Facts.